It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. Welcome to Jamal Talks Music. I'm your host, Jamal Radio Raheem. Now, Jamal Talks Music is a music podcast you can get every single Wednesday. We bring in something dope for you to step to. Now, today's episode, we're going to be all over the place. My boy Janai made a video. He did rappers and like the all NBA type of thing. That shit was dope. I'm taking that idea, but I'm doing something different. I'm going to do it by decades. We're going to talk about the on the radar freestyles. We're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to be all over the place. But without further ado, let's get right into the episode. So my boy Janai, he made a video where he did like the all NBA of rappers, and he did it based off of the year. I'm going to change it up. I'm going to do it by the decade. Actually, let me put a clip from his video. Let me give my boy some credit while I'm taking his idea. I'm going to give him credit because that's what I do. If I'm stealing, I'm giving credit. So here's a clip from his video. Also, if you're on TikTok, go follow him. If you're on YouTube, go subscribe. Here's this.
I got you, but let me make it a little bit more interesting. So in the NBA, being selected to the All-NBA first team means that you are one of the top 5 players in the league. And rather than doing an individual MVP type thing, I figured I'd do it this way. So here are my all hip-hop first team selections from 2010 to 2019. But at the risk of making this video too long, I'm gonna make this a two-parter. So for now, we'll do 2010 to 2014. If you don't agree with this, make your own. This is just my observations from a time that I lived in. Starting with 2010, the first 3 are easy locks. Kanye West, because he dropped My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy that year, and that's like a top 3 Kanye album of all time. This was during the time where the world hated him because of the whole Taylor Swift thing, and then he dropped this album and all was forgiven, although we in hip-hop, we didn't care. Drake came in hot with his debut, Thank Me Later, and he was practically everywhere. I'm not the biggest fan of Nicki Minaj, but I could even admit she dropped arguably her best album in her entire discography, and she was everywhere. And then you have Rick Ross and Waka Flocka. If you were there, you knew Teflon Don and Flockavelli went crazy in 2010. For 2011...
So I saw his idea and I said, this is dope. I want to do something like that, but I want to do it by decade. So this episode, we are going to focus on the 90s. Now we're going to include individual artists and groups. We're not going to separate them. You know what I mean? We will do producers. They will get their own list. But when I do producers, I'm probably going to do all time. I'm not going to separate by decade. I'm doing too much talking. Let's just get right into it. So all rap first team of the 90s. We're going with A Tribe Called Quest. Can you really talk about 90s hip hop without Tribe Called Quest? They birthed a genre, to be honest. You know what I mean? Yes, De La Soul and most of the native tongues were doing what Tribe was doing, but Tribe was doing it at the biggest level, and they probably impacted your favorite rapper, some of your favorite producers. They are alternative hip hop. Tribe is number 1. 2, Outkast. You cannot talk about Southern hip hop without mentioning Andre 3000 and Big Boy. And I need y'all to stop disrespecting Big Boy and put some respect on his name. One of the greatest to ever do it. Put some respect on his name. When you mention Outkast, mention them both. They do not work without both of them. Anyways, number 3, we're going with Tupac, the late great Tupac, the most important figure in hip hop history. Tupac. Everybody was impacted by Tupac. Everybody. No matter the genre, no matter like where you from, no matter like your age, he reached everybody. He made music that was like so timeless, you know what I mean? You felt the emotion. He's number 3 for me. 4, Ice Cube. Now you can make an argument that other people belong ahead of Ice Cube. Maybe because I grew up on the West Coast, I heard so much Ice Cube in the 90s. Like as a young kid, I was born in 92. I feel like I came out the womb hearing Ice Cube's music. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember hearing No Vaseline at like 4 or 5 years old, 6 years old. Like I heard it at such a young age. Like I heard Cube's music. It's synonymous with the 90s. You know what I mean? Cube's importance. Come on. And the 5th spot, and I was debating between this and a couple other people, I decided to go with Nas, strictly off the strength of Illmatic and It Was Written. Those 2 albums right there, I don't know if you can make a case that any rapper ever, outside of probably Tribe, have a better 2-album run. Like that run right there, those 2 albums. Come on, come on. That's the first team. So you got Tribe, Outkast, Pac, Cube, Nasty Nas. Now, you can make a case that anybody who I have on Team 2, you know what I mean, all rap of the 90s, Team 2, you can make a case all of them deserve on the first team. All of them, that's the joy of doing this. You know what I mean? This is what brings me happiness. Honestly, I get so happy making these type of like things. It brings me so much joy. Um, all rap second team of the 90s. We're going with Snoop Doggy Dogg. Snoop Dogg was literally everywhere. He was literally everywhere. And the reason why he's on the second team and not the first team is because his albums are not as strong as everybody on the first team. That's the only reason. I had to figure out a way to like separate, and that was the thing that separated him from the other people. You know, I had to figure out something. Wu-Tang also on the second team. And the reason they're on the second team is because their individual work is really what we highlight when it comes to Wu-Tang. And I took them off of the first team because of that. Because I originally had them over Nas, but I was like, when we talk about Wu-Tang, we be talking about their solo work and everything like that too. And I did take that into account when doing these teams. Therefore, I put them on the second team, but it's Wu-Tang, their impact. Come on. Come on. Their solo work. Come on. Come on. Biggie is the third person on the second team. And Biggie's impact, even though it was a short span, is crazy. It's so crazy the impact that he made in just a few years. Like, he was everywhere. He was the biggest rapper, and you know what I mean? He made like that fly shit cool. Biggie definitely, definitely, definitely belonged on this list. The fourth spot, I was debating between a couple of people, but I had to go with DMX. And I know DMX is the late 90s, but that 2-year run that DMX had, just literally 98, 99, I don't know who is stopping that man. That man's 2-year span, I think he had like 3 albums that all went crazy in that span. I had to put DMX on. I had to. That man was on a run. He was on a run. Gotta give it credit to X. And the last spot, I gotta give it to Jay-Z. Gotta give it to Jay-Z. This is what Reasonable Doubt came out in 96. And from 96, he took off. He was dropping the album like every single year. And we were getting dopeness after dopeness after dopeness. You know what I mean? Like, it had young me listening to stuff like, don't know what a bird is, don't know what a brick is, but I think I can sell it. You know what I mean? Don't know what the fly shit that Jay-Z's talking about, but I want to rock it. I want to buy it. Can't even drive, but I want to drive it. You know, like I want that. You know what I'm saying? So that is my second team. There's a lot of people that I could have put on here. You know what I mean? I wanted to somehow get UGK on here. I was trying so hard to figure out how I'm going to get UGK. Wanted to put Juvenile on there. Like, there's some other people I wanted to put. Mobb Deep. I thought of De La Soul. You know, I wanted to put so many people on there, but there's only a limited amount of slots. But let me repeat the second team. You got Snoop Dogg. You got DMX, Jay-Z, Wu-Tang Clan, and the late, great Biggie Smalls. That is the all-rap second team of the 90s. Let me know what y'all think. We're going to take a little bit of a break. Then we're going to get right back to you. So On the Radar had a rap cipher of like these up and coming rappers and stuff like that. And one, while I heard all of these rappers for many years, I thought that shit was so dope. And I thought XXL should be shaking in their boots, because what On the Radar did basically was they listened to the streets, basically. They also got rappers that probably all should have been included on Double XL. Some were, but all of them probably should have made it years ago. And it's just like showing how Double XL has kind of lost the wave. They are not connected to the internet no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe they need new people over there, or maybe they just need to stop with the whole freshman thing, because they're not as tapped in to the culture whether it be like a lot of like the writers and stuff like that have went on and did other stuff, I don't know. But this freestyle showed me that they kind of lost hold to the culture. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even think On the Radar has like a hold to the culture, because they have let some terrible freestyles come on and some people come on and disrespect the culture, but they have a more of a hold on what's going on. Somebody's tapped in over there. And I thought this freestyle series was dope. They all killed it. I was happy to see like Marlon Craft, even though he's been in the game for, I feel like I've been listening to him since I was like in college. You know what I mean? At least 10 years. At least 10 years I've been listening to Marlon Craft. But it was dope that he got some shine, because he never gets the shine. He puts out dope project after dope project. And normally with a white rapper, they get pushed. So it's weird not to see him get like the XXL love like at all. You know what I'm saying? But like, it was dope seeing all of them. Chris Patrick killed it. Suave killed it. Ben really killed it. You know what I mean? Like, they all killed it. They all did their thing. I think that this freestyle, like me listening to all 20 minutes, so I sat and listened to it and everything, multiple times actually, because I was like, maybe I didn't catch the bar, I wanted to catch it. Like, there's a couple of things that stood out to me listening to it. 3 things that really stood out. 1, XXL, you guys are done. 2, I didn't know, what's his name, Nassan, Proof's son. I didn't know why he had to diss Rob Markman like that. To me, Rob Markman, like, he is a very well-respected journalist. You can have your issues with him, but I didn't really understand why he was going so hard. You know what I mean? And maybe I need to do a little bit more research on that. But I was like, damn, why he going so hard at my boy? But that stood out. I was like, oh, he got some smoke. That stood out, and that was like very, very weird. It seemed like it came from left field. I'm not gonna lie, like it was weird. But the thing that really stood out was Rayvon's verse. Y'all haven't heard it. I'll put a little bit of it right here.
Look, we stay silent, they constantly disrespect. Them little scary ass white boys should be checked. Let them think they got the juice to their breast. They scared to death, they mock it and play oppressed. Bitch, melanin is the threat. Man, hell no, the culture way too quiet for me. They screaming industry plant, but they let blood on our leaves. We let them talk reckless, cause it ain't one of us on the screen. But disrespect to one of ours, that's a shot at the team. Please, I guess we all just monkeys who making jungle music. White feet on the culture, they emulate the blueprint. Mock the origin, then monetize off the movement. What it sounds like a costume, then they discard the humans. So read the room, cause this shit ain't a typo. They playing with the culture, looking at us all price low. We been through it all, but we gon' be alright though. So fuck y'all, let me talk to the white folks. We invited you to the cookout, let you mimic our steps. Gave you place in our desks, we let you copy our flesh. We shed our style, shed our rhythm, let you copy the steps. You ain't good off our season, now you spit on our chefs. Free of speech, don't be free of respect. So if you shed a disrespect, then you host and neglect. Nah, we don't need pity, just the boundaries check. The accountability loud when the privilege is death. Yeah. Views were being welcome, we're owning the place. Anyone standing next to dude should be smacked in the face. See, if you profit from us, that mean you answer to us. How could you hate us so much? We built the land of the us. Versus a soul thumper, signed a TDE. In these streets, I'm a road runner. Fuck they platforms, I hope the whole thing go under. My brothers got shot, you won't catch me on no jumper. Crying the stream, once you realize the pressure it bring. Nah, take his money from him like you take it from me. Energy off, tell him it ain't easy to read. I'm black as night, so watch how you speak on our queens. Fist up, walk around like I'm that nigga. I know you hate me, cause my dick way bigger. To all my top dogs, see what showing love do? Stop showing love to people who don't fucking love you is my way. Come on.
And what's ironic was Rayvon doing the verse is he's doing it on the radar, where On the Radar has allowed some clowns to come in who has disrespected the culture. And Rayvon doing his verse, like, I know Marlon Craft had to be there sitting there like, what the fuck? Like, that probably was uncomfortable for him as a white rapper, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think Marlon Craft disrespects the culture, but that still probably felt uncomfortable. But I love what Rayvon did. He used his platform, and he even got a longer verse to talk about these people who are abusing our culture, these people who do not care about our culture, who just come in, say crazy things, call Doechii like a freaking industry plant, talk crazy about Meg Thee Stallion, talk about Kendrick and say like, oh, Kendrick wasn't anything before Drake. All these people who like don't know anything about our culture, who don't know anything about hip hop, like who get all weirded out when they finally get pressed and stuff like that and say like, oh, they feel threatened and threatened to sue and all that stuff that has harmed black people over the years. I love that he used that platform to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And he used bars to talk about it. He didn't just go meme it out. He didn't just go to the blog. No, he put it on wax. He rapped about it. You know what I'm saying? And I love when artists use their platform to speak up for the culture in particular. We see so many people disrespect the culture. We see so many rappers allow clowns like that Ian dude or Bad Baby to come in here and just not represent what hip hop is about. That's not our culture. They are not a part of our culture. And for some reason with rap, it's like the only genre that we allow people who don't care about the genre, who don't know shit, to just come in and profit off of us and then leave. They make a mockery out of us. And then they don't care. They don't care. They never cared. We're better than that. And I love what Rayvon did. I loved it. I played that part like 3-4 times. I went back and played his part 3-4 times because I love what he had to say. I love it. Use your platform. Use the platform that they are giving you to talk about this shit. Wonderful. A+ for me to Rayvon. You did your thing. Y'all all did y'all thing on those freestyles. Y'all all did y'all thing. And I'm glad y'all about to all get new fans. Suave, I'm glad. Ben Really, I'm glad. Chris Patrick, I'm glad. You know what I'm saying? Marlon Craft, I'm really glad. You know what I mean? You've been doing it for years, bro. He's been doing it since I was in college, I think. I've been listening to him for a good 10 years. A good 9-10 years, I feel like I've been listening to him. Like, he's been doing it for a minute now. I'm so glad he's getting a platform. I'm so glad these people are about to get new fans and stuff like that. It was dope to see. On the radar, y'all did that thing. Y'all did that thing.
Create a new category called Best Art Direction. Because if you think of it kind of like Best Album, Best Song, Best Album being Art Direction, Best Song being Cover. Making a great song and making a great album are two different things. And making a great cover that works with the music is different from creating an art-directed campaign story, like a world like Tyler did with Chromacopia, versus something like the Perfume Genius record or the Bad Bunny record, which makes a great kind of like just one piece that works well together. I honestly would have been happier if Bad Bunny won because it connected with the music way more. When you see the album cover, you listen to the album, then you look back at it, it adds to the album, to the listening experience. I honestly think there's like maybe a language barrier, because even if you just look at Bad Bunny's title, Debí tirar más fotos, I wish I took more photos. If you look at the title and the cover, it would already kind of make you feel something. I don't feel anything when I see the Chromacopia cover and the title Chromacopia. If you're talking about paratext, so the title is part of the paratext, that is way better. Like the Bad Bunny album is way better than the Tyler album cover.
I thought this was an interesting topic. I thought this was a real interesting topic because I think they should add this category. I don't know if I think it should include the art direction plus the rollout for the albums, because that don't get really talked about anymore, how artists are rolling out their albums, from how J. Cole rolled his album out and how he's continuing to do it with like the Fall Off, and he's going on these tours of these cities and meeting his fans and stuff like that. And then like the art on his album, how it goes back to like when he was a kid, and some of the pictures were taken when he was a young kid and like a teenager and stuff like that. Or how Baby Keem, how he did it with his album, of it had like basically like a little mini documentary. Like the videos talking about like him going from Long Beach and then moving to Vegas and his family stuff, like that rollout. And then with the picture on the album, like it has him as a kid, you know, like these things need to be included in a category for something. And honestly, I would like another award. I wish there was an alternative to the Grammys that actually highlighted like these type of things. But the Grammys is the biggest music award show, so I would want them to have a category like this, because like having a dope album cover is one thing. Like that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like Chromacopia is a dope album cover. You know what I mean? Jid has some dope album covers and stuff like that. Like, yeah, it's cool. But like I want to see like the direction and how the album is connected to you, essentially. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I want to see. Like how is the album cover connected to what you're talking about on this album? How is the album cover connected to anything? Because sometimes it just be a dope ass picture. Sometimes it'd be a attractive woman, like okay, and but what else is it bringing to the album? What else is it bringing to the music? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to hide. I could. The Ice-T album cover. You know what I mean? Like, what is it adding to the album? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it letting me know what I'm about to listen to? Is it giving me any insight? Like, when you look at the cover of The Fall Off, you kind of have an idea of what you're getting. You see the album cover of Casino by Baby Keem, you have an idea. This might be a more personal album. You know what I'm saying? Like, you give me something with it. And honestly, too, this is why I love how artists are like, some of the artists are like how the Clips did their rollout. I loved how they did that. I think that rollout should be included and they should get some type of award for it. You know what I mean? Because some of these artists, man, they don't care. They just drop the album. They don't do no promo. They go on tour. They announce the tour like a day before the tickets go on sale. And then that's it. And it just seems like it's just for money. Cool. You know what I'm saying? This is your job. Cool. Get the bread. But like, I think the artists who show the appreciation for the art form of music, I think they should get highlighted and they should be rewarded with something. That's just what me. I love the video though. I love the idea. Um, I would actually like to talk to him about that. I might slide in the guy's DM and like see if we could talk about that, because I would like a more thorough, I don't even know if that's the right word, conversation on this. So I would love a longer conversation about this topic and about like artwork and stuff like that, art covers and stuff like that when it comes to music, because that don't really get talked about enough. That is like one of the reasons why I love like vinyl so much, because like and CDs, like the physical media, because you can like physically look at the art, you can see like behind the scenes stuff, you can see like what went into creating the album. And that's something I love. I'm a nerd though. I know me, I'm a nerd for that type of stuff. But dope video. Those are my thoughts on it. I got more thoughts, but I'm actually kind of tired of talking. We're gonna take a little bit of a break. I need some water. I'm thirsty. So I was going to talk about Sci-Hi's tweet, but I honestly think he used that tweet as promo, and I honestly don't want to talk about it. I think it was a very hypocritical tweet. I think it was anti-black, to be honest. I thought it was dumb. So like I'm not about to sit here and go through a whole elaboration on it. I thought it was dumb. But I am going to tell y'all what I've been listening to. You know, I did waste time outlining that, but I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to tell y'all what I've been listening to. I was traveling, so I listened to a lot of music, a lot of dope music dropped too. So I listened to Baby Keem's album, Casino, bangers on there. He got some bangers on there. This is also more of a personal album. I liked it. I don't like how people immediately were comparing it to his Melodic Blue album, and also they were comparing it to The Fall Off. I thought that was weird. But Casino by Baby Keem, fire. He got that Casino song. He got the song with Good Flirt, Circus Freestyle, I'm Not a Lyricist. Like he got some heat on there. House Money, I Smell Something. Like if that song don't get you hyped, your energy is off. I also listened to Brent Faiyaz's album. Y'all reviews of this album is showing me how toxic some of y'all are. Some of y'all are toxic. Y'all don't want Brent to be in love. Like Pure Fantasy, fire. Butterflies, fire. Full Moon, fire. Y'all don't like Brent in love? Y'all like that toxic stuff. Something's wrong with y'all. Y'all don't like being happy. I listen to a lot of singles, you know what I'm saying? A lot of singles. I listen to The Breathing Effect plus Harry Styles. Harry Terrell. They have a song called Shake It Up. And this song came on actually after I listened to the Brent Faiyaz album. And I was like, this song is fire. Need to add that to my playlist. Song was fire. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Rakai and Jalen Nganda, they have a song. I don't know when it came out. It's called What It Gave Me. Both of their voices, amazing. Anytime Jalen's on a song, I don't think he's had a bad song that he's either been featured on or that he's recorded. That man don't miss. He's great live too. You have a chance to see him live, go see him. I'm low-key feel like I'm his freaking PR at this point. Because any chance I get to talk about it, I talk about him. Alex Isley dropped her song, Sweetest Lullaby. Woo! Woo! I'm so happy. I can't wait for her album. I can't wait. And she's going to go on tour. I'm going to be there. She probably going to go to Oakland. And I only go to Oakland for a couple things. Concerts and to get vinyl. That's it. And I'm going to be there. If she go to Oakland. Alex Isley, one of the best out here. She is pure talented. It's like pure talent. When you talk about a pure talent, like a voice of an angel, that's her. Reason and Deontay Hitchcock, they dropped a song called On Your Own. Reason's kind of been on a run. I know he's not on TDE no more. He's not getting the same love that he was getting. He's been dropping off some dope ass songs. He dropped a dope project last year. I think it was last year. This year is going by so fast. It could have been this year. But that project was dope. It had that song with Westside Boogie on there. Like, dope project. Go check it out. But the song with Deontay Hitchcock, fire, On Your Own. Naomi Soul, Moving Slow. I hope this song isn't AI. I really do hope it's not AI. I heard it. I was scrolling TikTok. And, like TikTok gives you the option to add the songs to your Spotify. And I usually, like, when I hear a song on TikTok, I just add it to Spotify. And it's in my like song. And then I just go listen to them later. This song, fire. It's like a vibe, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you like, I don't want to even, it's a vibe. That's what I'm going to say. I was about to compare it to, like, other people. Just listen. I went back to listen to Sampha's Lahai project. We moved off of that project too fast. That was the best album when it came out. That album is classic. I'm saying it. It's a classic. Suspend. That song, come on. I was listening to that in the airport. I was like bumping in the airport. You know what I mean? I was like this too, walking around like. I know people are probably looking at me like I'm crazy. But that album, come on. I was listening to Schoolboy Q, Tookie Knows too. I forgot how hard that beat is. Oh my gosh. That song be making me throw up the Crip sign. I ain't even a Crip. I be like, it be having me throwing up gang signs and shit. I'm not even from no set. I don't bang. I be Crip walking. I was walking in the airport, just Crip walking. It brings something out of me. I don't know. I also been listening to Jamie Foxx's Unpredictable album. That album is so good. Jamie, put it on vinyl. I don't know what record company are you signed to? Sony, Universal, whoever. Put it on vinyl. We need that. Like, can I take you home, girl? Come on. Unpredictable by Jamie Foxx is a great album, man. That album is one of the most underrated albums ever. You heard me correctly. Ever. But hey, that's what I've been listening to. I've been your boy Jamal Radio Raheem. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, rate us 5 stars. If you're going to rate us anything else, don't waste your time and stop being a hater. You feel me? We don't do that hater shit over here. Have a good day. Peace.